Greetings, seekers of ancient wisdom and hidden truths. Welcome back to our journey through the enigmatic tapestry of human tradition. Today, we stand on the precipice of winter, at a crossroads where the last whispers of autumn meet the biting breath of the coming cold. For on this day, the 3rd of November, the very air hums with forgotten energies, and the veil between our world and the unseen realms thins, revealing glimpses of what was, what is, and what yet might be. Known in ancient lore as Hilarions Day or sometimes the Day of Winter's Veil, this date marks a crucial transition. It's a time when nature begins its deep slumber, preparing for the long, cold embrace of winter. Our ancestors, acutely attuned to these cycles, understood the profound shifts occurring. This wasn't merely a date on a calendar. It was a living, breathing moment, steeped in the mystique of survival, protection, and prophecy, a time to batten down the hatches, not just against the physical cold, but against the spiritual chill that could creep in from the thinning boundaries of the world. At the heart of this day's spiritual observance, particularly within Eastern Christian traditions, stands Saint Hilarion the Great. A figure of immense spiritual power, Hilarion was an early ascetic of the 4th century, a revered disciple of Saint Anthony the Great, whose life was a testament to unwavering faith and profound communion with the divine. He was a beacon against the encroaching darkness, both literal and spiritual, a saint whose very presence was said to ward off malevolent forces. People would turn to Saint Hilarion with fervent prayers, seeking his powerful intercession for multifaceted needs. They implored him for divine protection against insidious illnesses that seemed to spread with the cold, and against the grip of evil spirits and unseen entities, which were believed to grow stronger and more active as the light of day dwindled. With the approach of winter, they sought solace for their bodies and souls, hoping for inner strength and resilience to endure the harsh, biting cold of the coming months. Beyond personal well-being, farmers and villagers also beseeched him for a blessing upon their stored harvests, praying for the preservation of their bounty, ensuring sustenance and preventing spoilage until the blessed return of spring. Yet beneath this Christian layer pulses the ancient rhythmic heartbeat of pagan reverence. This day echoes with the deep-seated respect, and indeed fear, for the spirits of the home, the diligent domovoi, the watchful ancestral spirits, and the myriad nature spirits that govern the dense forests, the flowing waters, and the very land itself. As winter approached, these unseen entities were believed to be more restless, more potent, and certainly more easily provoked. Offerings and specific rituals were meticulously performed to appease them, to ensure their benevolence, or at the very least, their peaceful slumber, as the human world prepared for its deepest chill. It was a delicate dance of respect and appeasement, for to offend these spirits on such a liminal day could invite untold misfortune upon the household and the community. Imagine the sun-baked plains of ancient Gaza in the land of Palestine in the early 4th century. There, amidst a family steeped in pagan worship, a child named Hilarion was born. Even in his tender youth, a palpable spark of divine curiosity burned within him, drawing him irresistibly away from the idols and ancestral rites of his kin towards a profound truth yet to be fully revealed. His intellectual hunger led him to the vibrant, bustling city of Alexandria, a renowned hub of knowledge and philosophical discourse. It was there, amidst the diverse currents of thought, that the radiant light of Christianity pierced his soul, illuminating a path of unparalleled devotion. With unwavering resolve, he cast aside his former life, shedding the remnants of his old existence like an old worn skin, to dedicate himself entirely to the service of God. His spiritual quest then led him deeper into the scorching, desolate deserts of Egypt, to the very feet of Saint Anthony the Great, the venerable father of monasticism. For 2 intense months, Hilarion immersed himself completely in Anthony's rigorous teachings, absorbing the profound wisdom of asceticism, the art of spiritual warfare, and the discipline required for true communion with the divine. He learned to silence the clamour of the world and listen to the whispers of his own soul, preparing for a life of profound solitude. Yet the call of his homeland, a subtle echo in his heart, eventually drew him back. Upon his return, he found that his parents had passed away. Without hesitation, he distributed his considerable inheritance to the poor and needy, severing all ties to worldly possessions. Then he retreated into the vast, unforgiving desert near Meduma, choosing a life of extreme austerity and isolation. For an astonishing 22 years, Hilarion lived as a hermit, enduring unimaginable hardships that would break lesser spirits. He battled not just the physical torment of hunger, thirst, and the relentless desert heat, but also the insidious psychological warfare waged by the demons of his own mind, and the very tangible manifestations of evil spirits that tormented him day and night. They appeared in countless guises, as terrifying, grotesque beasts, as seductively beautiful women tempting him with earthly pleasures, and as chilling, spectral apparitions, all attempting to break his unwavering resolve and drive him to madness. But Hilarion, through rigorous fasting, ceaseless prayer, and an unshakable, rock-solid faith in God, triumphed over every single one of them. His spirit, far from being broken, became tempered and unyielding. As a testament to his spiritual power, his reputation began to grow, and soon miracles followed him like a faithful shadow. He healed the sick, restoring sight to the blind, and strength to the infirm, cast out demons from the possessed, with a mere word, and even, it is said, tamed wild animals with his saintly presence, walking among them unafraid. The very desert itself seemed to bend to his will, and its inhabitants, both human and animal, sensed the profound sanctity emanating from him. But fame, to Hilarion, was an unbearable burden. He craved solitude, not admiration, quiet contemplation, not the clamour of crowds. He fled from place to place, journeying through Egypt, Sicily, Dalmatia, and Cyprus, constantly seeking a remote refuge where he could commune with God undisturbed. Yet wherever he went, his profound sanctity shone through, drawing people to him, seeking his blessings, his counsel, and his miraculous healings. His life became a constant, wearying dance between the profound spiritual power he wielded and his deeply personal yearning for quiet, undisturbed contemplation. His story on this day is not merely an historical account. It is a profound legend forged in the crucible of unwavering faith, demonstrating the incredible, almost supernatural resilience of the human spirit when aligned with divine purpose. His journey reminds us of the immense power within us to overcome our own inner demons and the external trials of life, especially as we face the metaphorical winter in our own personal and collective journeys, preparing us for the challenges ahead with strength and steadfast faith. Now let us turn our attention to the subtle whispers and overt warnings that this day, November 3rd, offers us, guiding our actions and foretelling our future. Signs of fate, unveiling tomorrow's whispers. National omens, reading nature's book. On Hilarion's day, the natural world becomes a living oracle, its signs interpreted with keen ancestral wisdom. Weather's foretelling. A clear, crisp day with a bite in the wind often heralds a harsh, unforgiving winter, making people hurry to secure their homes and stock their larders. The biting wind is not merely a chill, it's a prophecy of a long, bleak season ahead where warmth will be a precious commodity. Conversely, if the day is surprisingly mild and cloudy, it suggests a less severe winter, granting a brief reprieve before the deep cold truly sets in. Snow's promise. If the first snow falls on this day and quickly melts away, it's a deceptive promise. A mild winter will follow. But don't let your guard down, as unpredictable thaws and freezes can still cause trouble. If, however, the snow comes and stays, clinging stubbornly to the branches and covering the ground, expect a winter that is gentle and forgiving, less harsh than anticipated. Wind's direction. A strong, cold wind blowing from the north or east is an unmistakable sign of an impending, severe cold snap and a prolonged, frigid winter. It signifies the true onset of the cold season's power. If the wind is gentle and from the south, expect a milder period. Smoke signals. When the smoke from chimneys rises straight up, undisturbed by gusts or eddies, it's a clear sign of impending stable frost and calm cold days, perfect for winters quiet beginning. If the smoke swirls or disperses quickly, expect changeable, blustery weather. Lingering leaves. If many leaves still cling stubbornly to the trees, refusing to fall despite the cold, it speaks of a prolonged, lingering autumn, postponing winter's full arrival and suggesting a milder start to the season. Bird migration. Witnessing large flocks of birds in a hurried, determined migration south is an unmistakable omen of early, severe cold, urging everyone to prepare swiftly for winter's grip. A slow, scattered migration suggests a more gradual onset of cold. Animal behaviour. If domestic animals, like cats and dogs, seek warmer spots in the house or curl up tightly, it's an instinctive signal of impending cold weather, reinforcing the human observations. Domestic and monetary omens. Fortune in the everyday. Even within the confines of the home, signs of fate manifest. Counting your wealth. To count your money or even your stored provisions on this day is considered a grave offence against the spirits of abundance, inviting scarcity and financial ruin. It's believed to make your wealth diminish mysteriously. Giving away salt. Giving away salt, especially after sunset, is believed to pass your prosperity and good luck to another, leaving your own household vulnerable to poverty and bad fortune for the coming year. Salt is a powerful magical conductor. The cracking hearth. If an oven or hearth cracks or breaks on this day, it's not just a repair, it's a potent omen of a deeply cold, punishing winter that will truly test your home's warmth and your family's resilience. It suggests a breach in your home's protective energies. Dropped utensils. Should you accidentally drop a spoon or fork while preparing food, it's considered a charming sign that unexpected guests are soon to grace your threshold, bringing news, merriment, or perhaps an important message. Dreams on Hilarions night, the soul's oracle. On this sacred night, as the boundaries between worlds blur, dreams are not mere figments of imagination. They are potent messengers from the subconscious and the spiritual realms. Pay close attention to their intricate tapestry, for they often carry profound insights into your hidden fears, untapped potentials, and future paths. These nocturnal visions are whispered truths, not rigid prophecies meant to guide you. Water. Water, in any form, holds significant weight in dreams tonight. Clear, flowing water signifies emotional cleansing, renewal, and the washing away of past burdens, promising a fresh start and a clear path ahead. Turbid or stagnant water, however, warns of emotional turmoil, unresolved issues, or impending difficulties that require your immediate attention and purification. Tears in a dream, paradoxically, can signify an upcoming emotional release, profound healing, or a purification of the soul. Animals. Animals appearing in your dreams are not random symbols. A protective animal, like a loyal dog or a wise owl, suggests you have hidden allies, inner strength to overcome challenges, or spiritual guidance awaiting. A wild or threatening animal could represent uncontrolled instincts within yourself, external dangers lurking, or a pressing need to confront your fears head-on before they overwhelm you. Doors and windows. These are powerful symbols of opportunity and passage. An open door might signify new beginnings, invitations, or a clear path forward in life, signalling that opportunities are abundant. A closed or locked door, conversely, could indicate missed chances, obstacles you need to overcome, or a need for deep introspection before you can move ahead. Windows offer perspective. Are you looking out at the world or looking in at yourself? What do you see? Your perspective is key. Shadows. Shadows, lurking in the periphery of your dreamscape, often embody your hidden fears, suppressed desires, or secrets yet to be uncovered. Confronting a shadow might mean acknowledging an uncomfortable truth within yourself that you've been avoiding. To be followed by a shadow suggests an unresolved issue. If you become a shadow, you might be feeling unnoticed or powerless. Flying. Flying, a common dream motif, on this night speaks of profound freedom, high aspirations, or a deep desire to escape earthly bounds and limitations, suggesting a longing for spiritual liberation and transcending mundane worries. Falling. Conversely, falling symbolizes a loss of control, deep anxiety about a situation, or a feeling of vulnerability and insecurity, urging you to seek stability and regain your footing in waking life. Remember, interpret these visions with an open heart and a discerning mind, for they are your soul's guideposts through the twilight of the year. Born on this day, souls of resilience. Those fortunate enough to draw their first breath on this liminal day are often blessed with a unique blend of resilience, introspection, and profound spiritual depth. They possess an inner fortitude that allows them to adapt and even thrive in challenging circumstances, much like nature prepares itself for winter's harshness. Their character is often marked by a profound sense of intuition, allowing them to perceive truths and hidden meanings that remain a veil to others. They are natural observers, often more comfortable in quiet contemplation and deep thought than in the boisterous company of crowds. This solitude is not loneliness, but a sacred space for their spirit to flourish, to connect with the deeper currents of existence and universal wisdom. Individuals born on November 3rd tend to be deeply adaptable, capable of navigating life's metaphorical winters with grace and strength, emerging wiser from every trial. They possess an innate ability to heal, not always in a physical sense, but often through their empathy, wisdom, and comforting presence, acting as spiritual anchors for others. They may exhibit a strong, almost mystical connection to nature, finding solace and spiritual nourishment in the wild. While they may appear reserved or even aloof, beneath their calm exterior lies a passionate spirit and an unwavering resolve. Their path in life often involves a journey of self-discovery, leading them to roles where they can guide, inspire, or simply be a steady, grounding presence for others, embodying a wisdom that transcends their years. Imeniniki, names blessed by time. Today, we also remember those who bear names blessed by tradition and saintly patronage. In the Eastern Christian tradition, those celebrating their name day on November 3rd often include Hilarion, Alexander, Arseny, Vasily, Vladimir, Dmitri, Ivan, Nicholas, Paul, Peter, Stepan, Fedor, and Yakov. Among the women, Pelageia is often remembered. Let us briefly consider the name Alexander. Derived from the Greek Alexandros, meaning defender of mankind, Alexanders are often characterized by their natural leadership, undeniable courage, and a strong, unwavering sense of justice. They are born protectors, fiercely loyal to their loved ones and their ideals, and possess a magnetic charisma that effortlessly draws others to them. While sometimes headstrong or stubborn in their convictions, their intentions are almost always noble, driven by a deep-seated desire to make the world a better, safer place for all, embodying the very essence of their name. Traditions and rituals, embracing ancient ways. Now, let us delve into the sacred acts and daily customs that have graced this day for centuries. These are not mere superstitions, but living traditions, woven into the very fabric of life, designed to align humanity with the rhythms of nature and the whispers of the divine. They are practical, spiritual tools passed down through generations. 1. The home cleansing and protection ritual, the winter shield. As the harshness of winter looms, this ritual aims to fortify the home against illness, evil spirits, and any negative energies that might seek refuge from the encroaching cold. It's a thorough, spiritual winterizing of your dwelling, sealing it against harm. Goal: to cleanse the home of lingering negativity from autumn and invoke divine protection for the coming cold months, ensuring health, peace, and spiritual purity for all inhabitants. What you'll need: fresh holy water or consecrated water, easily made by a priest or by sincere prayer over clean spring water. A white candle for each main room, symbolizing light, purity, and the presence of divine energy. Juniper branches or dried sage, dark incense, For powerful purification and banishing of unwanted influences, a small pinch of coarse salt for each threshold and windowsill, acting as a protective barrier. When and how to conduct. This ritual is best performed in the late morning, after the sun has fully risen, but before the afternoon shadows begin to lengthen, maximizing the cleansing power of daylight. Begin by thoroughly cleaning your entire home, physically removing all dust, clutter, and cobwebs, as physical cleanliness mirrors spiritual purity. Once the house is physically clean, open a window briefly in each room to allow stale air and residual negative energies to escape, making way for fresh energy. Then, light a white candle in each room, starting from the furthest room, like a bedroom, and working your way systematically towards the main entrance. As you light each candle, whisper a silent prayer for light, clarity, and protection. Next, take the holy water. Starting from the main entrance, walk slowly and mindfully clockwise through each room, sprinkling the water into all four corners, on windows, and on thresholds. As you do this, recite a simple yet potent blessing. May this home be blessed by light, protected from darkness, sickness, and all malevolent might. Through winter's chill, may peace reside, and health and joy forever abide. By water and spirit this home is made pure. From all evil and harm it shall endure. After sprinkling, light the juniper or sage. Let its fragrant cleansing smoke fill each room, wafting into every corner, purifying the air and banishing any lingering negative entities. Juniper is especially potent for banishing negative energies and inviting blessings and good fortune. Finally, place a tiny pinch of coarse salt on each windowsill and outside each doorway. Salt is an ancient purifier and a powerful barrier against evil, preventing negative energies from crossing your threshold. What to do after? Allow the candles to burn down completely, safely in a fireproof holder, never unattended. The salt should remain in place until the first undeniable signs of spring, continuously guarding your home. This ritual sets a powerful protective, energetic boundary around your dwelling, preparing it spiritually for the trials and increased spiritual activity of winter, ensuring a sanctuary of peace and well-being. 2. The blessing of winter provisions, harvests, last breath. This cherished tradition ensures that your stored food and essential supplies will last through the long, lean winter months, protected from spoilage, pests, and scarcity. It's an act of deep gratitude, foresight, and an appeal for divine sustenance. Goal: to bless and consecrate the gathered bounty of the harvest, ensuring its long-term preservation and sufficiency throughout the entire cold season, preventing rot, infestation, and any form of lack. What you'll need: a small, freshly baked loaf of bread, homemade if possible as it carries the energy of your intentions, symbolizing the staff of life. A small bowl of coarse salt, representing purity and preservation. One white candle, symbolizing hope, warmth, and divine light upon your stores. Representative samples of your winter stores: a potato, an apple, a handful of dried grains, like wheat or oats, and a jar of preserves, like jam or pickles, to stand for all your provisions. When and how to conduct. Gather all the necessary items on a clean table in your kitchen or pantry, which is considered the heart of your home's sustenance and abundance. Arrange the samples of your stores reverently around the bread and salt. Light the white candle, letting its steady flame symbolize hope, warmth, and the guiding light of providence. Place your hands over the assembled items, palms down, and close your eyes. Take a moment to visualize your pantry full to overflowing, your family well fed and nourished, and your stores lasting bountifully until the welcome return of spring, feeling deep gratitude. Then, speak aloud this blessing with sincere intention and a humble heart. From earth's rich bounty, our tables are fed. Bless these provisions, our salt and our bread. Protect them from rot, from vermin and blight. Sustain us through darkness, till morning's first light. May hunger not enter, nor want find a way. Keep us whole and nourished from this Hilarions day. By this blessing our stores shall endure, a sacred promise, steadfast and pure. Gently touch each representative item, imbuing it with your intention for preservation and abundance. What to do after? Carefully extinguish the candle. Return the blessed samples to their respective storage places, allowing their consecrated energy to imbue the rest of your provisions. The blessed bread should be shared among all family members, reinforcing the bond of shared sustenance and community. The salt can be kept in the kitchen, a constant reminder of the blessing and a source of good fortune. Divination for winter's fortune, whispers of the cold wind. A simple yet profound ritual to gain insight into the character of the coming winter, whether it will be mild or harsh, predictable or tumultuous. It's a way of asking nature itself for a glimpse into the future. Goal: to glimpse the future of the upcoming winter season, providing forewarning of its severity or mildness and allowing for better, more informed preparation. What you'll need: a small bowl filled with fresh clean water, preferably rainwater or spring water, as it's closer to nature. A single perfectly preserved autumn leaf, fallen naturally, not plucked, symbolizing the transition of seasons. A small, smooth stone, representing weight and density. When and how to conduct. This ritual is best performed at dusk, as the light fades and the boundary between day and night becomes indistinct, a time when the veil between worlds is thinnest. Go outside to a quiet, undisturbed spot, perhaps your garden, a balcony, or a secluded corner of your yard. Place the bowl of water on a flat, stable surface. Gently place the autumn leaf on the surface of the water, allowing it to float freely and calmly. Hold the small stone in your dominant hand, focusing your intention clearly on the coming winter and its characteristics. Then, carefully drop the stone into the water, aiming to land it gently near the leaf, without directly hitting it. Observe the stone and leaf's interaction with deep attention. Severe winter. If the stone sinks swiftly and disturbs the water significantly, causing the leaf to become submerged, tossed violently, this foretells a severe, deeply cold and perhaps stormy winter, one that will test your endurance. Mild winter. If the stone sinks slowly and gently, with the leaf remaining largely undisturbed and floating calmly on the surface, a mild, forgiving winter is on its way, with less intense cold and more moderate conditions. Unpredictable. Winter. If the stone causes the leaf to spin rapidly or move erratically around the bowl, but not sink or submerge, the winter will be unpredictable, fluctuating wildly between periods of cold and mild, keeping you on your toes and making long-term planning difficult. What to do after? Thank the elements and the spirits of nature for their wisdom and insight. Pour the water onto the earth, returning the leaf and stone to nature, completing the cycle. Reflect on the message you received and adjust your preparations and mindset accordingly, making sure to be ready for whatever the winter may bring. Culinary traditions, hearth, and sustenance. On Hilarions Day, the kitchen truly became a sanctuary of warmth, nourishment and community. The focus was intently on hearty, fortifying foods that not only satisfied hunger, but also physically and spiritually fortified the body against the encroaching, often brutal cold, and utilised the very last of the autumn's harvest. Slow-cooked stews and thick creamy porridges, often made with resilient root vegetables like potatoes, carrots and turnips, were common. These were simmered for hours, drawing out maximum flavour and providing deep, lasting warmth and energy. Pickled items, crisp cucumbers, tangy cabbage, and earthy mushrooms brought a welcome, tangy counterpoint to the rich, heavy dishes, serving as a vibrant reminder of summer's bounty, carefully preserved for the lean months ahead. A special winter bread was often baked on this day, a dense, dark loaf, sometimes enriched with dried fruits, nuts, or seeds. This bread was designed not just to be filling, but to provide sustained energy, a symbolic and literal staff of life for the long winter. Pies, both sweet and savoury, were also immensely popular. They might be filled with preserved apples, berries, or hearty fillings of seasoned meat and root vegetables. Their golden, often decorative crusts symbolize the sun's warmth and light, captured within the home, even as the outside world grew dim. To combat the pervasive chill and ward off illness, spiced mulled drinks, such as warm wine or cider, were prepared. Their aromatic steam filled the home with comforting scents, believed to cleanse the air, warm the spirit, and keep colds and seasonal sadness at bay. These foods were more than just meals. They were profound acts of survival, potent symbols of resilience, and heartfelt expressions of gratitude for the earth's generosity before its long, well-deserved winter sleep, bringing families together around the warmth of the hearth. Main taboos of the day, sacred prohibitions and their consequences. Just as there are actions to embrace, there are also those to strictly avoid. For on this day, disrespecting ancient prohibitions can invite consequences far beyond the mundane. These taboos are not arbitrary restrictions. They are deeply rooted in a desire to maintain harmony with the spiritual world and ensure the well-being and prosperity of the individual and the community. Violating them is seen as directly challenging the delicate balance of existence. 1. The ban on loud noises and excessive merriment. Silence the spirits. Forbidden act. Engaging in loud singing, boisterous laughter, shouting, raucous music, or any overly noisy, attention-drawing activities. Mystical reason. On Hilarions Day, the veil between the human world and the spirit world is believed to be exceptionally thin, and nature spirits, along with other unseen entities, are particularly restless and sensitive as winter encroaches and their dormant period approaches. Loud noises are thought to disturb their slumber, provoke their irritation, or worse, actively attract malevolent spirits and entities who might seek entry into your home, your life, or even attach themselves to your family, drawn by the commotion. Consequences of violation. According to ancient beliefs, violating this taboo could invite persistent discord and incessant arguments into the very fabric of the home, transforming a peaceful dwelling into a battleground of bitter words and strained relationships. Furthermore, it was believed to cause unexplained illnesses to creep into the family, especially affecting the vulnerable and the young. It could also bring a pervasive cloud of bad luck that clings stubbornly through the entire winter season, turning every effort into a struggle, making prosperity elusive, and leading to general misfortune. The disturbed spirits, awakened or agitated by the clamour, might retaliate not just with vague misfortune, but with tangible nuisances like persistent, eerie creaks and groans in the house, small but frequent accidents, or a general gnawing feeling of unease, tension and foreboding that makes the home feel unwelcoming and unsafe. 2. The prohibition against lending or borrowing money, the flow of prosperity. Forbidden act. Giving or receiving money or any valuable possessions, especially after sunset. Mystical reason. Money is not merely currency. It is seen as a powerful representation of your life's energy, your vitality, and your overall prosperity. Lending it out on this specific day is believed to lend out a portion of your own good fortune and future abundance, opening the door for financial ruin and allowing your personal wealth and well-being to inexplicably diminish. Borrowing, conversely, could trap you in a tightening snare of debt and prolong poverty, as the borrowed money is believed to carry negative or stagnant energy from the lender, which then afflicts the borrower. Consequences of violation. Those who lend their precious resources on this day might find their own finances inexplicably dwindling, as if the borrowed money took a piece of their prosperity with it. They could face a string of unexpected expenses, sudden financial losses, or discover that the lent money is never returned, or returns with a lingering negative energy that continues to drain their resources. Those who borrow, conversely, may find themselves struggling immensely to repay, sinking deeper into financial instability and finding that any new money acquired quickly slips through their fingers, never quite enough to truly relieve their burden. It's as if the act of lending or borrowing on this specific day upsets a delicate energetic balance, leading to a prolonged period of scarcity and hardship for both parties involved, creating a karmic debt that is hard to repay. 3. The stricture against needlework and sharp objects, stitching fate. Forbidden act. Engaging in sewing, knitting, embroidery, mending, or any activity involving needles, scissors, knives, or other sharp piercing objects. Mystical reason. It's believed that using sharp or piercing objects on this day can metaphorically stitch up, cut off, or pierce your fate, leading to stagnation in your life, creating obstacles, or even inviting illness and misfortune. The act of piercing fabric is seen as piercing the delicate fabric of destiny itself, with unpredictable and often highly negative outcomes. It's believed to be a disrespectful act towards the natural transitions of the day. Consequences of violation. Violating this taboo might lead to a prolonged period of bad luck, unexpected physical ailments, or stitching in difficulties and stagnation for the coming winter and beyond. For example, a young woman who sews might accidentally sew, shut opportunities for marriage, happiness, or prosperity in her life. Someone mending clothes might metaphorically mend in existing problems, making them permanent. Using sharp objects is seen as inviting cuts and painful experiences into your life. 4. The taboo against sweeping trash. Out the door, sweeping out fortune. Forbidden act. Sweeping dirt, dust, crumbs, or any form of trash directly out the front door or window of your home. Mystical reason. The threshold of a home is considered a sacred boundary, a potent energetic gateway where good fortune and positive energies enter, and bad luck and malevolent spirits are kept at bay. Sweeping waste directly out the door is believed to metaphorically sweep away the good luck, health, prosperity, and blessings of the household. It's seen as a direct invitation for poverty, misfortune, and negative energies to enter, as you are essentially pushing out the good things you already possess. Consequences of violation. The family might experience a significant, inexplicable downturn in luck, chronic financial difficulties, unexpected losses, or a general pervasive feeling of impoverishment and unhappiness. Prosperity will struggle immensely to enter the home, as the energetic pathway has been polluted. All sweeping on this day should be done inwards, towards the centre of the room, gathering the debris, which should then be disposed of properly, e.g. in an outdoor bin, far away from the threshold, to preserve the home's good fortune. 5. The avoidance of major financial decisions, the unstable path. Forbidden act. Initiating new business ventures, signing significant contracts, making large investments, buying or selling property, or engaging in any crucial financial transactions that have long-term implications. Mystical reason. This day is considered inherently unstable and uncertain due to the profound transition of seasons and the heightened activity of various spiritual energies. Any major financial undertaking begun on this day is believed to be cursed with ill luck, destined to fail, crumble, or bring unforeseen, devastating losses. The energies are simply not conducive to long-term success, stability, or profitable outcomes, as the foundations laid on this day will be weak. Consequences of violation. Expect significant financial setbacks, swift and inexplicable failures of new ventures, broken agreements, or a prolonged period of unexpected monetary losses and hardship. It is considered prudent and wise to postpone such critical decisions to a more auspicious day when the cosmic energies are more favourable and stable, ensuring a more solid foundation for your endeavours. The prescription against bragging or boasting, inviting envies, Forbidden act. Flaunting one's achievements, wealth, beauty, or good fortune, engaging in boastful, arrogant talk, or displaying excessive pride. Mystical reason. Bragging attracts envy, not just from other people but from malevolent spirits, mischievous entities, or the potent influence of the evil eye. On a day when the veil between worlds is thin and energies are heightened, such negativity is particularly potent and dangerous. Boasting is seen as tempting fate, challenging the universe, and inviting misfortune and losses to humble you, as if the spirits are punishing your hubris. Humility and gratitude are highly valued. Consequences of violation. One might experience sudden and inexplicable losses of precisely what was boasted about, whether it be wealth, health, beauty, or happiness. It's believed that the evil eye will strike, causing the boasted about good fortune to vanish as quickly as it appeared, or to be marred by unforeseen complications and sorrow. A period of unexpected hardship often follows, serving as a harsh lesson in humility. 7. The stricture on ignoring those in need, the cycle of generosity. Forbidden act. Turning away a beggar, refusing to help someone in genuine distress, or being deliberately ungenerous, especially towards the poor, the elderly, or children. Mystical reason. This taboo emphasizes the profound importance of charity, compassion, and human kindness, especially as winter approaches and hardships invariably increase for many. Ignoring those in need is believed to break the sacred cycle of generosity and reciprocity that sustains communities and individuals, inviting poverty, scarcity, and misfortune upon oneself. It is seen as a crucial test of one's own humanity, empathy, and spiritual well-being, and a direct challenge to the blessings you have received. Consequences of violation. According to ancient beliefs, those who refuse to share their bounty or turn a blind eye to suffering might find their own resources diminishing, their well of prosperity running dry, or facing unexpected periods of scarcity, illness, or personal hardship. The universe or the spirits of abundance are believed to retract their blessings from the ungenerous. Generosity, even in small measures, ensures that your own well will not run dry and that blessings will continue to flow into your life, creating a continuous loop of positive karma. £1. The ban on journeying far alone after dark, the wild's embrace. Forbidden act. Venturing deep into forests, abandoned places, remote fields, or unfamiliar territories alone once twilight has fallen and darkness has truly settled. Mystical reason. With the thinning veil, the natural world becomes even more intensely alive with unseen entities and potent spiritual forces. Forest spirits, mischievous imps, ancient ancestral presences, and even darker, more malevolent beings are believed to be more active, cunning, and powerful after dark on this liminal day. Such solitary journeys are seen as an open invitation to get lost, be misled by trickster spirits, or even encounter malevolent beings who prey on the vulnerable, particularly those who venture uninvited into their domains. Consequences of violation. One might experience profound disorientation, inexplicable fear, encounter strange and terrifying phenomena, fall seriously ill, or suffer severe accidents that seem to defy logic. In extreme cases, folklore warned of being led astray by mischievous spirits, never to find one's way back to civilization, or falling prey to the magnified dangers of the wild under potent spiritual influence, leading to permanent loss or harm. It is a day to stay close to the safety and warmth of your home after sunset. These prohibitions serve not as mere restrictions, but as vital guideposts, meticulously designed to navigate the delicate balance between the human world and the powerful, often unseen forces that shape our destiny, especially on a day as potent and transitional as this. They are lessons in respect, humility, and foresight. As we close our exploration of this captivating day, remember that traditions are not just relics of the past. They are living blueprints for harmony, offering profound wisdom that transcends time. They teach us respect for the sacred cycles of nature, reverence for the unseen, and the enduring power of the human spirit to navigate life's mysteries. May you find peace and protection in the embrace of ancient wisdom, and may your journey through the coming winter be blessed with warmth, light, and abundance. Until next time, keep your curiosity alight and your spirit open to the magic that surrounds us all.